All right, family, welcome back to another edition of Link Number News. We're here this afternoon on July 9th, 2021. So let's go and get it started. We're going to start by looking at the precious metals market. All right. All right, I just got off work, so I wanted to hit you up. Let's get this party started. Let's look at gold. Let's see, gold is up throughout the week. It's the end of the week. It's Friday, and you can see gold is up for about just under $5. Silver is up. Platinum, all precious metals up across the board. All right. Rhodium took a beating, but it's up about $1,000 now. Okay, as well. All right. So take a look at that one. Look at the silver price. It's jumped above the gold ratio to about just over 69 ounces of silver to 1 ounce of gold. All right. So we get into that. That was the world spot price. Look at the New York spot price. Not much the same, but not much bit of a difference. But here we go with that one. And that was from kitco.com. All right, we take a look at kitco.com. All right, as well too. All right, so let's get actual news here. Here we go. All right, as we can see, tourists. All right, tourists told to leave their dollars at home. Cuba will no longer accept any greenbacks. All right, that if you hear about greenbacks, that's to actually what they call the U.S. dollar outside of the U.S. All right, outside of the 48 states and outside of the 50 states, they call it the greenback. All right, so and this is from rtnews.com or rt.com. All right, as well too. All right, if you can read that a little bit. All right, it says Cuba has asked tourists not to bring dollars with them into the Caribbean island, as the U.S. currency will no longer be accepted in the country, according to the vice president of the central bank, Francisco Mabry. I could be butchering this. I'm sorry, Mabry Lance. All right, get a little bit more light up in here. All right. Oh, so perhaps people who will be coming into the country during this time will have to arrive with a currency other than the dollar. You can arrive with euros, you can renminbi, rubles, with drachmas. You can come with it. You can bring everything. They don't want to take dollars anymore. All right. The senior official said, as quoted by Grandma, the official news of the Cuba's ruling Communist Party. All right. So get a hold of this article here. This is seen to be happening more and more around the world as the de-dollarization continues. People are no longer going to be using the U.S. dollar. We have overinflated. We don't do anything about our debt. We just simply pass the buck down the road. People think having all this stimulus money coming in is a good thing, but it's actually devaluing the currency more and more and more. All right. If you get the current, if you get stimulus, go ahead and get it and do what you can do. All right. I'm not recommending anybody. I can't give financial advice, but this is just me. This is what we're doing here. All right. We're back to the story here. This is becoming more and more likely that what's going to happen. They're suspending U.S. currencies around the world. The de-dollarization is in full effect. Go ahead and get this news article. This is from rt.com. All right, rt.com. All right. Now let's switch over to our next article here from zerohedge.com. IMF chief warns sustained rise in U.S. inflation. So despite what you heard or lack of what you're not hearing on the so-called mainstream media news here in the U.S., all right, it's not all cheap and crazy. They're doing everything they can to hide what's really going on in this country. But overseas, from the International Monetary Fund, that's what IMF stands for, they see a sustained rise in U.S. inflation. They keep saying it's going to be transitory, but it is not. All right. So to get into this article a little bit here, and this is from zerohedge.com. Even with the CPI, which is Consumer Price Index, rising more than expected every month this year of 2021, the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell continues to insist that inflation is transitory, but nobody's buying Powell's narrative. In a blog posted on July 7th, that was 2 days ago, this Wednesday, International Monetary Fund Managing Director Christina Georgievich, correct me on the comment section that I don't butcher this, have a warned of a sustained rise in inflation in the United States. All right. But even if she's right, the Fed will do anything. Will they do anything about it? They can't do anything about it. They lost control. All right. During the June FMOC meeting, the Fed raised the consumer price projection to 3.4%, which was fueled by that was a full percentage point higher than the March forecast. But the central bank continues to categorize inflation as transitory. That means they're trying to hide something. All right, they're trying to keep trying to keep everything calm, trying to keep everything good to go while they run for the hills. All right, and try to just fool the masses who think that everything is all good to go. All right, but do your research, family. Get in here, do your thing, and see what's going on. They're trying to hide inflation, and even you got Even you got overseas monetary funds, all right, such as the IMF, the World Bank. They're all saying that the U.S. has sustained the rise of inflation. That means the dollar is devaluing. It is going to continue to devalue. All right. Or you can go the route of what Jim Willie has said. The U.S. dollar is going to rise some more, and rise again, and then vanish into thin air. All right. Let's go and get this article from the zerohedge.com. All right. And for our final story today, and this is a big one, you're starting to see more credit freezes come up. They open them up periodically and they close them back down. But this is from MSN.com. All right. Wells Fargo tells customers it's shuttering all personal lines of credit. So if you want a personal loan, you can forget about it at Wells Fargo. All right, Wells Fargo is ending its popular consumer lending product, angering some of its customers. CNBC has learned the bank is now shuttering all existing personal lines of credit in the coming weeks and no longer offering products according to customer letters reviewed by CNBC. Here's where we get into it. All right, the revolving credit line, which typically lets users borrow between 3 to 100,000, were pitched as a way to consolidate high interest credit card debt, pay for more home renovations, and avoid overdraft fees on linked checking accounts. All right, so they're ending this personal credit. They're ending this personal credit. They won't give it anymore. That is a telling sign that something as big is happening. All right, the signs are all around us, family. Read about it. Read about it. Read about it. Please get into your research and please get ready to prepare. All right, Wells Fargo is one of the biggest banks in all of the United States. All right, in all of the North American region. All right, so go ahead and get that article and go ahead and read about it. All right, that was from MSN.com. All right, with that being said, we want to thank you for joining us another edition of Melly News. Please be safe, be sound. Get it started locally with your neighbors. Get your neighbors together. Get the community together. Reach out to other communities. Get it to other cities, small cities and towns, and make it bigger. Remember, everything starts local. You're your own best banker. You're your own best savings and loans. You're your own best credit union. You're your own best financier. I want to thank you for joining us another edition of Making News. Melanated Economic News. Sorry about that. Be safe, be sound. Let's go ahead and let's get it started.